Why is everyone so fucking stupid? Why aren't more people intelligent, like me?
What I say, and I don't want to get in too much trouble, but I think anybody who is perspicacious enough to understand how the world works understands that the media machine is trying very hard to keep us arguing about very unimportant ideas, so people behind the media machine who decide what goes on the news can do whatever they want to do. I would say that the matrix as a whole is the media machine, and that the people who control the media try very hard to make sure they have ultimate control over all governments and all important decisions on the planet.
I believe Trump was the last hope of a president who actually had ideas and actually cared. Putin said this in an interview. They said, what do you think of Trump?
And Putin said, Trump seems like a smart man. He has lots of good ideas, but I've sat through 5 presidents now.
And they all have amazing ideas. But the ideas don't get implemented because people don't understand how strong the bureaucracy of America is. When the people with the dark suits arrive and explain to him how things are really done, his ideas will not come to fruition.
Ему приходят люди с кейсами, хорошо одетые, и начинают объяснять, как нужно делать.
Putin said himself, the president has people above him telling him what to do.
That's why they pay athletes these fantastic salaries. I was listening to the radio the other day. They just contracted to pay one player on one team $6 million a year. Can you believe this?
And why is that?
It's the Roman circus. What does the emperor do when the people become restive, and when the people are asking questions, and when the people don't like the policies of the emperor? He sends them to the circus. He creates a circus. He builds a giant coliseum. And he begins to throw the Christians to the lions. And he has great chariot races and football games and basketball games, all to keep the idiots preoccupied with things that don't mean anything in the scheme of the entire world, so that they don't have the time to learn what the truth is, so they don't ever get smart enough to learn how they're being manipulated, so they don't ever question the emperor.
We don't give a fuck!
That's why they pay a player on a football team or a baseball team $1 million or $2 million or $3 million a year. It is the Roman circus. I know men who don't know anything in the world except who plays third base for the Mets, and they think that's a great accomplishment. And they meet and pat each other on the back and bond and go have cocktails and talk about what this guy that plays third base for the Mets did in last night's game. It's sad. It's really sad. Okay? By going out and doing something for the world.
Mm-hmm.
Not by taking people's minds away from the emperor. It's a game. Football's a game. Football's a game. But let me tell you something. When 150 of the most powerful men and women in the world can meet in secret in Baden-Baden, Germany, and plot the fate of billions, and nobody even cares about it, but 6 football players go to lunch together, and it's in the headlines across the country, you have a reflection of the society in which that exists. And it is a sick, sick society.
Googled man the world. Do you think I weren't approached by a bunch of mainstream companies? I was offered $30 million, $25 million, $45 million to sell my soul, to shut up about certain subjects and be sponsored by X company. I was offered unlimited money to be quiet, and I said no. Why? Because I already have money. You can't buy a man who already has money. And that's another thing they're very afraid of. They're afraid of people who are self-financed.
They'll never revolt. The Roman Empire faced a significant challenge in 140 CE with a growing population and increasing class divide. The citizens were hungry, bored, and ready to revolt. To keep control and maintain favor among the masses, the Roman consuls offered free food through the grain dole and organized free events for citizens to enjoy, including gladiator games and sporting events. Kind of like giving a pacifier to a fussy baby. The idea of bread and circuses, pacifying the masses with food and entertainment, did not die with the Roman Empire. Instead, it has been reimagined, reincarnated, and released into today's world. The circuses are no longer limited to stadiums and arenas. They are broadcasted from screens in our living rooms, screens in our hands, screens on our eyes, and pretty soon chips in our brains. With endless media to consume, our society focuses more on celebrity drama and football games rather than things that actually matter, like laws that strip us of our rights and illegal wars waged on sovereign nations to advance the New World Order agenda. The spirit of both men and women has been pacified with an unlimited flow of free pornography, violence, circuses, and the idol worship of grossly overpaid athletes and celebrities. We've been trained to live vicariously through the pixels on our screens instead of fulfilling our own destinies and taking what is rightfully ours in the world. Hollywood and modern sports like football have become powerful distractions used to appease our carnal nature and numb us to reality. We've grown so accustomed to the convenience of technology and constant entertainment that we've become blind to the dangers that we face. By diverting our attention with these vices, we've become passive observers of the world around us, rather than active participants in shaping our own future.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Yeah, I just wanted to make this compilation real quick about bread and circus, Andrew Tate be speaking on the Matrix and stuff like that, but it's a real system, it's a real thing that people plan on implementing on you as you go on about society. So you got to watch out what people want you to be putting your time, effort, and your efforts into, and you got to watch motherfuckers that's always trying to get you to go their way or see it their way, or constantly the media or anything like that, constantly trying to push stuff onto you, so you got to watch this type of stuff, Bread and circus is going on right now. The circuses, all these athlete teams, football, baseball, basketball, all the major sports, even boxing and stuff like that. All these are control devices to keep your mind somewhere else instead of actually looking on what's going on with society and the whole world, not only in your community, but like I said, the whole world aspect. So they always trying to keep you distracted on some other stuff. They always trying to keep you constantly fighting the debt or, fighting with your woman now, you know what I'm saying? Now they got you fighting, for your job. Now you fighting, pay your bills and stuff like that. So they constantly trying to have you in the mind of fight or flight, constantly trying to have you worried about paying this or paying that and never actually looking at the bigger picture and looking at the whole world and the whole society as a whole. So they're going to keep on pressing this issue on us, raising everything on us, keep on putting us in these traps and stuff like that. But we just got to keep on pressing forward and waking up the people and letting them know what's going on with the world today, I understand everybody likes to have fun and everybody likes to indulge in these type of things. And, you could and you should, everybody needs a little free time, but it should be just that, a little free time. It shouldn't be a whole year of indulging in football, baseball, basketball, and you're not playing it, a whole 4 or 5 years of you indulging and watching these things and just sitting on your ass, not actually learning how to manipulate the world for your own good, you know what I'm saying? So, they're going to constantly try to press this issue on us, and we just got to stay vigilant and remind our people to keep pressing forward and try to hit our goals that we need to be accomplishing, That's it and that's all, silence is acceptance and we ain't having it. Like, comment, subscribe.